Are your labor costs getting out of control? Minimum wage is rising. There's not enough employees. We've got all these labor challenges. How about we change how we think? And instead of bringing people in and praying we're busy, we bring them in on budget. I'm going to share with you how to do that in about 2 seconds. Hello, this is David Scott Peters with therestaurantexpert.com. Get it, man. We've been raised in this industry. Bring people in. You want to get better service? Bring more servers in, more cashiers. You want faster ticket times? Bring more line cooks in. The answer has been fix it with your checkbook. Just add more, add more, add more. And it couldn't be any further from the truth. I want you to think about it. If you're a full service restaurant and you've got more front of house employees than you actually have customers, where are your employees? They're playing grab ass at a POS terminal in the back, not paying attention to the guests. You actually give the worst service possible during that time. When are they the best? Is when their pinky toe is in the weeds. Not in the weeds, but I'm almost in the weeds. I only have enough time to take an order, pre-bus a table, run to the kitchen, grab food, drop things off. All I'm doing is focused on my guest and the guest experience. I can't play with others. I actually give the most incredible experience. I'm almost in the weeds. I'm not quite in the weeds. So why waste the hours? Because I want you to think about this. If you bring 7 servers in to play grab ass at the time clock at 4 o'clock, but you don't get busy till 8, and sometimes you're not busy at 8, and you have all these people working for 4 hours, and then at 8 o'clock you go up, send them home, movie didn't let out, whatever it may be, you're behind. You've spent all this money, no sales coming in, or virtually no sales. It's too freaking late. So what we're going to do is we're going to allocate enough hours that we stagger start people. So we're going to tell our managers how many dollars, but more importantly, how many hours they have to schedule to go into next week. So they write the schedule like they always do. Then we run something called the labor allotment. And what we do is use your last week's numbers. We know your total dollars that you spent in labor, the total number of hours by position. We calculate the average hourly wage for the whole restaurant. We do it for each position, percentage of hours, the labor cost by position. We have all that data. By using that and our sales forecast and our budget target, we can come up with how many hours we have to schedule. We simply take our forecasted sales times our labor target without taxes, benefits, insurance, what managers can control, and we come up with a bucket of money. That's what our labor cost is. Then we have salaried managers. We remove them off the top. Whatever's left over is for our hourly employees. Then we take last week's average hourly wage for hourly employees. And why does that work? With $10 an hour servers and $20 an hour supervisors, doesn't matter where you are. Heck, there are some tip credit states where servers are still $2.13 an hour. How does it work? Because we schedule the same people damn near the same shifts week after week. If we could copy a schedule week after week after week, we would. So it's a weighted average. So whatever that weighted average number is, we divide that into how much money we have left over for hourly employees, and we come up with the number of hours we have. Then we look at, say, 45.6% of all hours last week were servers. We multiply 45.6 times the hours to allocate those hours to the servers. So if I had 1,000 hours available, they'd get 450, right? Then we take the average hourly wage by position. If I had 300 hours and my average hourly wage for cooks was $11.46, I'd multiply that. And you do that for each one of the positions till ultimately we know that we've used all the hours and we've used our money. And what's really, really powerful about this is if you've written your schedule like you always do, and now we have a budget based on hours, we compare the two and we find that we're 14 hours over in the kitchen because sales are decreasing based on the state fairs in town, whatever it may be. Instead of scheduling these extra cook hours and bleeding money and sending them home when we're slow, we're going to eliminate them. And before you freak out, start thinking small. If I told a kitchen manager or chef, you need to eliminate 14 hours from your schedule, you freak out. But if I brought 4 cooks in 15 minutes later in the AM shift, that's 1 hour. Bring 15 minutes later in the PM shift, that's 1 hour. That's 2 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's 14 hours. See, we don't have to cut our employees right at the jugular, but they can't make money. We need to use the hours we've been allocated the way we need to. You want to make a change to your labor? and use the people properly in your business and not bleed at the time clock, the labor allotment system is a must in your business. This is David Scott Peters. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure and subscribe now to my YouTube channel. But before you go, download my free report. You'll find the link below in the description section. And be sure not to miss these other videos with expert tips to help you run your restaurant.